What's going on, hybrid shooters? It's Jason Vong, and welcome to my first impressions of the Zhiyun Smooth 3. Now, I got a chance to play with this new smartphone stabilizer and have been blown away on how amazing it works. But I also uncovered a few quirks that I have with it, so in this video, I'll talk about how stable it actually is, how easy it is to use, how intuitive the app is, and how the video quality turned out. Now before we begin, again I just want to re-emphasize that this is just a first impressions, not a review yet. I've only used it a handful of times, tested it only on the iPhone 7, and as with most things, it does take a bit of practice and lots of trial and errors. Luckily the Smooth 3 is extremely easy to pick up and start using. Stability wise, it's great. I actually recommend turning on anti-shake mode, which I found to help smoothen out the footage a lot. I was a little worried that it was gonna add some weird warpy jello stabilization. You know what I'm talking about? It actually does more harm than good. But it doesn't. It actually looks very comparable to the shots that I would get from flying the bigger Zhiyun crane models. Now, this was just recently added. I didn't recall seeing this option when I did the unboxing, so prior to anti-shake, the footage was smooth, but you can still see some subtle bumps. But it was still way better than what you get hand holding your phone. So stability gets a big fat thumbs up. Ergonomically, it's light, it's slim, it doesn't look too obtrusive. The build seems very solid and I can throw this to the side of my backpack without worrying too much about it. But what I really like about it is that it comes with a quarter 20 on the bottom, which allows you to mount a tripod plate on it or a mic or other accessories. I had it on a mini Manfrotto tripod so I can stand the gimbal whenever I'm not using it. So smartphone gimbals are designed to be very easy to use. You don't need any sort of complicated techniques to get it to balance, you just need to adjust the horizontal axis until it's level. My friend George came out to help me shoot this video and he shot it with another Smooth 3 and he got some amazing B-roll shots of me using the gimbal and he had no prior Steadicam experience at all.
So you can use your default camera app on your phone, but Zhiyun actually has a free app called ZHIYUN-TECH. The difference between that and your regular camera app is that it gives you manual control over your phone, so you can dial in your own white balance, ISO, shutter speed, so that's pretty cool and that's very handy to have for filmmakers. What's kind of freaky about the manual settings is that you can actually dial in a very specific number like ISO 123, 154, or something like that. I kind of want the standard, you know, even increments like 1/130th of a second, 1/40th of a second, instead of this crazy number. It's just ugh. But for a manual app, pretty good.
Another gripe that I have with the manual control is that it's located way too close to the bottom clamp, so when I try to swipe, I would sometimes accidentally hit the clamp first and then land on my phone, but then the phone won't register the touch. And sometimes when I want to change a setting, I find myself accidentally tapping on the wrong mode and changing the wrong one. I think what would have been better is if instead we have virtual buttons that are a little bit bigger that you can press and it would toggle a dial on the side of the phone. That way you can select numbers that you want without anything getting in the way. Now quality wise, this is probably more on the phone than the gimbal. Again, we were shooting in unfavorable conditions. It's summer, it's hot, it's too damn bright, and from what I noticed from a few clips that I shot was that they were very grainy. Now I'm guessing it's because we either jacked up the shutter too high to compensate for the massive overexposure, or that the ISO was too low or too high. I don't know, it's really hard to say at this point. It could be because the phone was overheating, or it can very likely be a user error as well. I don't know, so I'll squeeze in more practice session with the app to see if I can minimize these issues next time. I also have some lenses from moments that I'll be getting very soon, so the next video will be shot with those lenses. I wasn't going to bring this up, but I feel this is very important. Everything that you shot with the ZHIYUN-TECH app doesn't automatically get saved to your camera roll. You have to open the app and manually select each clip to save to your roll. Now here's what I don't recommend: highlighting all your clips that you shot and saving it to your phone, because it will save it out of order. It doesn't matter if you pick the clips in order, for whatever reason, I think the phone tries to save whatever file is the smallest first. So once you actually have it all in your camera roll, all the clips will be out of order. What I would actually recommend is, and this is super tedious, but if you want to save all your clips in order, you have to manually save them one by one. It sucks, but once you have it onto your computer, at least you don't have to reorganize your clips again.
So ultimately, who do I think this is for? iPhoneographers, content creators who like to shoot a lot of videos on their phone instead of the common DSLR or mirrorless cameras. And it's gonna be great if they have those external lens attachment like the Moment lenses or the Zeiss XO lenses, because it's gonna work great with the Zhiyun Smooth 3. And for anybody who's looking to do any sort of YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and get that very nice steady shot, this is gonna be perfect for it. But for hobbyists, for anyone who's looking just to get some vanilla steady shots without the crazy attachment, go with the Zhiyun Smooth Q. It's only $140. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. The link to the Smooth 3 and the Smooth Q is in the description box below. Other than that, give this video a like, comment down below what you think of this, and subscribe for more future content such as this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. It's brutal out here. Here's George, my new friend, helping me shoot with the Zhiyun Smooth 3. How you liking the heat?
Oh, I love the heat. Are you kidding me? When I get tan.